So welcome back. We are continuing to work on our sculpt. Today is Halloween, so I thought, as for recording purposes, today's Halloween, but once I put this video up on YouTube, it's probably not Halloween anymore. But, yeah, I dressed up as, like, Zelda from not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, because she got that cool outfit and magic and stuff. And this thing is barely holding up. Anyway, we're working on our character today. I'm thinking of working on the antlers today. So yeah, let's get started on that. So the antler itself was made up with like 3 pieces for this one, also like 3 pieces for this, and 2 for this and 2 for this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dynamesh it so it can all become one. So let me hide my face out. Screen display. We want to go to geometry and go to dynamesh. Maybe I'll dynamesh it up to like 3 to 400. I'll do dynamesh on this antler. So now when I smooth it, yeah, it should become one full object. So I'm going to do that for all of the antlers. So my idea is probably using the clay buildup brush. Clay buildup! There it is. And maybe just going around, well, let me go to subtools, geometry, probably divide it. So it's right here, you want to divide. And then I'm curious, if I sculpt on one side, would it affect the other? If you sculpt, and it's affecting the other side of your geometry, like you can start seeing it come through or something, or it starts messing up, a good tool you could do is you go to brush, auto masking, and then do back face mask. So if you carve on this side, it shouldn't affect the back at all. It won't start going in when you do that. So I might leave that on while I work on the antlers because, they can be kind of a little bit thin. It's kind of a small object, and I don't want it to affect one side when I'm just working on the other, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably sculpt on it a little bit, maybe add some details, maybe smaller line, and then, just kind of add details. Because I feel like, for example, what I mean by details, I mean maybe going by the edge and making this smaller, or maybe pulling it out more, making it look more branchy, like a deer antler. So I could make some good branches using, I think it's the snake hook tool. Snake hook. Because then I can grab something and then I can start branching off, if there's enough geometry. If it's running out of geometry, then what you want to do is dynamesh it and then divide it. But I think I'm going to be, I think I'm going to be using the snake hook tool, kind of branch it out, and then I'm going to use maybe the flatten brush to flatten it and make it look harder in some areas. Maybe the H polish tool, just make it look nice and smooth, but use the snake hook to branch it out. So we're going to do that. It's a quick thing, yeah. Let me hide out my face so you can see the screen display. I like to turn on the poly frame over here on the right. And when I could see where the snake hook did those pulls, you could see the geometry getting really messed up. We don't really like that, so it is important to go back and re-dynamesh it if you have to. I think it dynamesh, there we go. Fixes that, and then divide it. And then, yeah, continue with your sculpt, so it shouldn't have any weird looking geometry. So I'm going to continue to keep working on this antler. Also, side note, I'm also using the move tool to, help move it better, just to make it look better, okay? So let's continue. Alright, so I went through this a bit. I used the H polish tool at the end to make, like, because antlers aren't perfectly smooth, you know. Kind of went in, adding some lines, making some lines a little bit sharper and almost bone-like in a way. Aren't antlers like bones? I mean, yeah. I think it's just like a bone that just keeps growing. So, yeah. That's one of the antlers. So that's how I'm going to kind of go around and make the antlers. So, yeah. Antlers. I'm going to continue working on that. I'll finish that up. I probably won't record the rest of that because that's probably boring for you. And you're like, okay, I get it. You know, I saw it once. You know, I can always go back and add more, you know, what do I call them? Like, more of these things coming off, you know, like branches. I can make more branches if I want. I can take them away, you know. Just have fun with your piece. But in the next video, you'll see the antlers will be completed, and in the next video, we're gonna get to play with all those little toys right here. We're gonna start making them to stuff. We're gonna make this a little dinosaur, this little fish. That's probably just gonna stay a star, and then a ducky. And yeah, that will be for the next stream. And soon enough, we'll take it to Maya, so then we can start adding the ropes and the ties, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I appreciate that you watch this video. Please subscribe so then you can stay tuned to see what else we do for our character. And I love you guys, and yeah,